and you can see that the outer cover is incredibly aged leather. It itself has like pits in it and scratches. Do me a favor with that, Samson.
Yeah?
Keep the atom away from it.
Wait, what did he say?
Keep the anima away from it.
Atom.
The
the atom.
armor that he still has yet to get back.
Yeah. Well,
Will
Samson's
do.
got bullets. Yes, that thing is actually ancient. I lost track of just how many millennia and tens of thousands of years old that is. Like, it's clocking in at a lot. There's a heavy rune spell I placed on it to preserve it, but allow you to still flip through the pages. I have no idea what would happen to it if the atom were to touch it or if that rune was to be broken. Most likely it would fall apart to bits, and that is the only copy I have from a dear friend of mine, so try not to destroy that on me.
You have a dear friend?
What do their antlers look like?
That is a first.
All right.
That is.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yes, and in case any of it is hard to read because it is literally written in the language of Draco Narak, I can help translate. But that is the first edition, the literal prototype for the military martial training that they ever did when they first developed their army. That is from the dawn of civilization for Draco Narak.
Poggers.
I would
Wow.
like to not lose the copy that Saul gave me.
Who's Saul?
The progenitor of the Dragonborn.
What was he like?
He's entertaining.
I thought you were gonna say he's an asshole.
Entertaining. He's got a
I
way
feel like
of
entertaining in Zanzibar can sometimes mean asshole. He calls us entertaining after all.
He's got a way of always looking at things that, with my disposition, I never see. He's much calmer. He never seems to get angry about anything, no matter what happens, and that's not something you see a lot in living beings.
That implies you're not living, but let's not go there right now.
Well, I'll make sure to take extra good care of it.
Yes. And when you are reading through some of the parts read in common, it's kind of a mix between their language and basic. So, you know, just know when something's referred to as a salamander, that's just their reference to children of Saul. That's how the word breaks down.
Oh. Is that how that works?
Yes, Sa-Laman, there. There was child, Saul was the name, and Laman basically translates to person with scaled skin.
Oh.
Back then they would have called you, well, that's actually where the linguistics for human came from. One who lacks scales. Someone
Talk
like
about scalist.
Someone like Kala would have been a farman, one of fur. And
I always want to ask.
changelings weren't really known back then. At least
He didn't exist.
Does Nim say that?
I'm not for sure.
You just have the same voice all the time.
Yeah. But yeah, Nim does say in a low voice, I don't think we existed.
Oh no, you did. But the thing was, is that, well, changelings share a lot of traits with humans, elves, and others, so it wasn't like you got a separate word. That had a lot to do with Saul. He recognized things as they were, not what they pretended to be.
I feel like that's a knock at changelings. Don't know how I feel.
It really is.
What?
He doesn't mean that as a knock. He just means like Saul did and does see things as for what they are and not what is either deceived or wished of.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. The point is, Nim's adorable. Always.
Indeed, indeed. And now for your books. And he just like picks the two remaining piles up and just drops them on the table in front of Nim.
Nim is happy, but wonders, can she carry all of these?
Does Nim look at some of the books?
Yes, Nim does. She picks up the one closest to her.
And you read the title, How to Raise a Child Properly. An Ardean examination of child psychology and how to make sure your little one is successful in their life.
Nim wonders, could this be helpful with her brother? And decides no, and sets the book aside, and picks up another.
You're about to say set the book on fire!
Woo!
No, not indoors. What's the next one?
Theories of Children's Well-Being, a guide to how to make sure your child survives in life.
Alright, Nim sets this one aside. What's the next one?
Gluttony and Etiquette on raising children appropriately and functionally.
Sets that one aside. What's the next one?
Protectorate law on avoiding child abuse.
Nim sets those down. Are you trying to tell me something with these books?
You
I
said
didn't know
something
you
that
wanted a
would be
kid so
useful
bad,
for
Nim.
us. You said that you wanted books that would help you with survival. And also you mentioned things like homemaking. What better lesson for you to learn than, how to avoid things that would otherwise ruin your life?
I meant outdoors.
And he grabs a book from the middle of the pile and puts it in front of you. Entertaining children with outdoor activities, a fundamental guide to socialization and enrichment. I covered my bases.
I don't think you did.
I don't think you did it all.
I can't wait for the next one, which is Raise Your Children Right or I'll Get You by Mr. T.
You mean Mr. Z?
Oh yeah, Mr. Z.
I wonder who it could possibly be. It's such an ambiguous pen name.
I was just imagining Zanzibar, but with a giant mohawk.
Nim says, I don't see how books on children are going to help me in my current situation. At all.
Yeah, do you have a way to send those back in time?
I mean, no. But you can easily learn what it means to be raised properly.
If I wanted to feel bad about myself, I'd look in the mirror.
And that's exactly why you need these books.
That was a joke.
Joke
Oh,
aside.
speaking of which...
Speaking of people who are jokes,
Wow, call out Samson, why don't you?
Samson
my role.
is going to take Nim's big dumb pot that I assume she hasn't done anything with yet.
Not yet.
And as for the decanter,
She hands it over.
he's going to then fill the decanter with water. I mean, not fill the decanter.
The pot.
The pot, thank you.
Are we
I
brewing
know how to
alcohol?
speak English.
Mm-hmm. And you're gonna what?
Brew alcohol with good berries.
No.
Oh.
And then Simpson is going to take the pot and head outside.
What you
Go
doing?
ahead.
What you doing with my pot, boy?
Samson left before you could say anything.
Well, he's got an idea.
think he's lost it.
No, I think the gears are turning. I mean, I could look, but where's the fun in that? Surprises can be fun.
But also, I can't use these books. These are of no use to me.
I mean, you might have a child one day, you never know.
Who would want to do that?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, what loser would ever have a child? Take a freaking idiot to decide to do that.
I mean, technically it wasn't a decision, it just kind of...
It just occurred to me who was it?
Wait, what?
I thought that's what you...
I thought you were...
It was clear to me.
It was clear to everyone. I thought it was just another knack at Zanzibar.
What?
Well,
He didn't
has
have a
kid.
child, he just found one.
Yeah.
He didn't even find one.
Zanzibar did not go through the process of childbirth.
No, but he did end up creating one.
Ah,
Yeah,
semantics.
that's what every guy always says.
Listen here, you.
And there we go. It became a dig at Zanzibar.
We are not making. We are not going into that debate.
But anyway, Nim says,
Listen.
we're in the middle of all of whatever this is going on. Why would I
Leave
have
him
the
alone.
time
He
to
is
think
a
about
single
having
father
a
and
child?
has been for millennia.
I mean, you don't always have the time to think about having a child. Sometimes you just do things, and all of a sudden now you have a child.
Oh, look, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
You know, the consequences of your own actions.
Yeah, Nim goes,
Wow, Zanzibar and death really was like an unexpected pregnancy that he just decided to carry.
Oh no, he was meaning that as a playful dig towards Yala, but it does also apply to him. By playful, it's more like a, how dare you stick your middle finger up at me in your mind. Here, eat shit because you have things in your life that you regret.
Woo!
yeah, Nim goes,
You know, I
No,
wouldn't
thank
think.
you.
Oh.
What does Nim get? What does Nim go?
Nim goes, no thank you.
Search yourself. I'm gonna leave them here. Other people might want to take a look at them. I'm gonna see what the Samson doing though. As he just starts walking out of the house.
Why does
Me
he have
too.
to leave here to see what Merrymaker is doing?
Because I already said it's more fun to watch sometimes.
Oh, you're a voyeur. I'm kidding.
Anyway, he closes the door.
You know, I went to go take a drink of something. I heard Shay's voice start to say something, and I just sort of tensed up with my cup on my lip. I knew some shit was gonna come.
So you
I
described
knew
that?
something was on its way, so I'm like, brace yourself.
Yeah, you described that, and all I saw was the meme of Shaq with his like lips tensed up going.
Oh, like, are you talking about after he eats the spicy thing and he's just like,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, no, I imagine that was your face with the cup on your lips, like that Donkey Kong taunt face.
I love Shaq. That's why he's in my car 24/7.
Ooh, woo.
Oh, so Ash told me that they got another cardboard cutout of Shaq for Staples.
Yep.
So when they're done with that, I'm going to take that one too and put both of them in my backseat.
Oh my god, you've got to buy yourself. You have to buy yourself the kind of short bus Steve wants so that you could just have a Shaq in every single seat.
That would be so funny.
Yes, just like the first 2 rows of seats are open for like passengers and shit, but the rest of like the minibus, the rest of like the 18 passengers is just filled with Shaqs.
Do you think I could apply as an Uber driver with a short bus?
I mean, one, you have to get a license to drive.
That's the easy part. I'm an amazing driver.
I mean, no, it is not. Getting your Class D is easy. Getting certification to be able to drive a multi-passenger vehicle like that is incredibly difficult.
I mean, I'm not gonna get into that on recording, but I think it should be fine.
Yeah. So, what's Samson doing?
What's
So,
Sam
Zanzibar
doing?
comes out and sees Samson, like, sitting on the stoop with like the pot of water on his lap, and he's got his mirror. He's got his silver mirror in one hand, and his dagger in the other one, and he's currently shaving.
Whoa.
Nim also walked out because she was curious and also wanted that conversation to end. So she just walks up to Samson and like peeks over his shoulder like, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm shaving.
Why?
I realize I haven't been keeping up with it since we got here.
Why do you have to shave it?
I mean, I don't have to, but my mom always said that she hated me with any sort of scraggly facial hair. Well, it's nice to know that I'm finally gonna be able to see her.
So you want to look
Properly.
your best. I got it.
Oh.
Yeah, you know how it is.
You're a mama's boy, and
Yeah.
then she'll do that pinch cheek thing.
Why would you? So,
While he's shaving.
hold on. Can I need to roll something for this.
Nim, do a dexterity
Yeah,
save.
you do. Go ahead. Whatever floats your boat. That's completely on. That's completely on them.
If
All right.
So
Wait,
by
no.
the-
Highs, lows, tops, or bottom.
let me
Like,
specify
I don't know
what
what
you
lows,
did.
odds, or even.
No, it's too late for that.
No, I'm still doing the pinch cheek thing, but she didn't grab wherever you were shaving. It's the other.
I'd assume you'd grab like whichever side was closer.
No, grab the side without the blade. Not that stupid.
I mean, he's going to be moving it back and forth.
Don't you usually shave on one side? I don't shave my face. I don't know how this works.
You just kind of like keep going until it works.
Kind of just go
Oh,
at it.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done that.
Well, too late.
It is
Nope.
too late. You can't remove all the fun.
No, I committed to my actions. I just didn't know you guys don't shave like they do on TV.
Who does?
Why are you not a
No,
shaving
I
model?
am not a man shaving my beard.
Why not?
Honestly,
Hey,
like
women
I
get
can't
facial
use
hair
shaving
too.
cream.
You should try new things sometime, Shay.
You're a changeling. Of course you can have a. Anyway, what's the verdict?
That Samson was shaving with his Adam dagger. Because it probably would have been lighter and sharper.
Rest in peace, Nim.
Does Nim get touched or does Nim get cut?
It might get cut by it.
I assume that can be rolled for.
Yeah.
Shall we flip a coin for fate?
I'll roll an attack versus your AC.
No, that's not fair.
I mean,
All
rolling an
right.
attack versus your AC is actually probably the nicest.
No, it's not. Not when it's Nims.
Oh my god, with you.
It's 11. Anyone can hit Nim.
It's your character sheet. You're responsible for your own stats and dice rolls. We'll flip a coin for fate.
Sure, go for it.
Is that where we at? Oh, yes, the Eddie dead.
I can't believe he went like this.
Alright, so evens you got Nick, tails you got not Nick.
Not nicked.
No, I said evens you got Nick.
Oh, I heard tails, not nicked. And I assume that meant two, since you said it second.
I did say evens.
He did say evens. He said even odds.
Ah, sorry, Nim. What the hell you grabbed my cheek for?
Because you're a mama's boy. You cut my finger.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to, come. Like, I didn't expect you to bring your hand close to where you saw me moving a razor blade. You okay?
Isn't him okay? I don't know. Fuck.
It was the Adam dagger.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
She's not stabbed with it, but it felt like somebody gave you mega sickness when you got nagged. For like the microsecond you got nagged. And Samson, you see like every inch of her body does like a little weird thing, almost like her skin crawls.
Like a weird looking pulse.
Nim glitch.
Nim literally glitches in the Matrix. Yeah, like her actual flesh just moves a little bit in a wave.
Ugh. I'm
Not a uniform wave, mind you, like a ugly wave.
Any way it happened, settle.
So yeah, you've got a tiny little cut on your finger that's bleeding.
Samson is going to wash the knife off.
There's blue blood on it, and that's gross.
Nim, you got blood on my shaving knife.
There's gross cooties on it.
Yeah, them fucking changeling cooties. He doesn't want any of your changeling diseases. Here, back method.
I can't believe you cut me, Samson.
I mean, by accident, yeah.
No, I was joking. But Nim didn't actually say that.
By accident, yeah.
All the damage is emotional, don't worry.
Oh, well, at least it doesn't hurt.
At least we're all well trained in not feeling our feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Samson is actively feeling feelings.
Why?
While that's happening, Zanzibar has just been like staring at Samson this whole time. He's like squatted down, he's just rubbing his face.
When was the last time you shaved? Nim asked Samson.
I think it was the day before I arrived in Evrangal. It doesn't come in too fast, luckily, but...
So Nim is going to stroke her chin for a second, and then decide to grow a full beard.
Whoa.
Boom. The beard is just shaped like her buns, but big.
No.
Bun beard, bun beard.
Funbeard the pirate.
The tip of his beard is just shaped like the top of a bow. Zanzibar has no comment for Beard Nim. He's too busy staring at Samson and like rubbing his chin or jaw.
Bitch.
So Nim frowns and goes, "It's so itchy."
Eh, you get used to it. Or you don't. That's kind of why I shave mine all the time.
Nim like shakes her head as she gets rid of her beard.
You just like let it fall out.
Yes. Smooth skin.
Hey there, smooth skin.
Whoa.
You ever cut yourself on your blade while shaving, Samson?
I mean, at first, yeah. Didn't really know what I was doing, but
Did no one teach you?
not
Who would
really.
have taught him?
Yeah, I know. I
Mr.
know.
No dad.
Then Nim will turn to Zanzibar. Is Samson shaving properly?
What I know.
I would assume, since you're so old, you know how to shave.
No luck there, child. I've never shaved for as long as I can remember.
Neither have I. Shaving's irrelevant when you can grow and ungrow hair.
For some reason, I have a feeling it doesn't have much to do with the fact that, well, I don't functionally age. I don't think I ever had facial hair.
Good, it's itchy.
Yeah, it's for some. It's not for everyone.
Perhaps, but for whatever reason, it bothers me. Not actually, more the fact that there's something itching at the back of my mind, like I can't remember something.
Maybe you had a beard at one point?
No, that's not it. Almost as if
Maybe.
almost as if there was something that prevented me. But I'm
So,
still alive, so it couldn't have been that I died.
would you like to see what you look like with a beard?
He kind of just like waves you on because he's just slipping deeper into thought.
Yeah, so with this, Nim will shapeshift into Zanzibar with a long beard.
Full man Zanzibar.
And so the beard is like up to like the middle of his chest. And so it's like maybe a different beard, and then she'll like do a handlebar mustache.
I mean, that's a little bit more of a mustache, but
And then she'll do like a more conventional beard.
maybe a
Kinda.
goatee.
Then she'll do a goatee. This is what I meant by more conventional.
And as he slips into thought, he just like stands up to stare him in the eye.
They're the same height.
Yeah. And he just has this like almost pained, confused look on his face.
With the goatee or with the second beard?
With any of them, and he kind of just lifts his hands up, and he lifts one of his hands up as if he's like about to touch the beard. It's the wrong color. And he starts,
Nim starts changing color.
And now it's fluorescent green.
No, now it's purple
So-
like Samson's hair.
Yeah, so Nim
Wow,
will
you
really
could be
start
related.
going through colors until he says something.
like changing head hair and beard hair.
Beard hair, he can specify.
No.
I just imagine it's like a roulette wheel where it just keeps changing in a cycle.
And while she's doing that, he kind of like stumbles a little and looks away from her, and he's just
I'm
clutching.
trying.
He's
Yep.
just like clutching his temple, like he's getting
I-
a really bad headache.
Whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Normally, yes, Nim would, but this is not the intended reaction of, oh yeah, I look great with a beard, or oh yeah, I look disgusting with a beard. Nim's like, are you, Nim in his own voice, she's like, are you okay? You can't do Zenboy with
And
voice
he's,
crack.
yeah, he kind of just starts crouching again in front of Samson, but he looks like he looks in pain.
Are you okay?
I don't know. And when he looks up, you see his eyes are misaligned again. One's contracted and the other one's getting really dilated. And he just starts clutching his ring finger.
Nim will shapeshift back to Nim.
I can't remember.
Maybe you should drink some water and lie down. It's for everybody.
Then Samson keeps staring at him.
Yeah.
And that's when you start to see his eyes get darker until he's got that look again. That like sunken-eyed, sunken mouth look. And you just hear him mumble under his breath. For I was the valley of death and walked among the cold wings of Seraphim and ravaged body of Eden. creatures.
That's some arcane shit right there.
I really
That's
hope Mom says that.
That's more than just arcane shit.
We didn't hear that. Because
Samson!
Nim's still right behind Samson.
Samson! Roll perception.
Woo!
I also roll perception.
Good enough. As you
Woo!
look down at his hands, he stopped clutching his wedding band, and he's just like digging the nail of his thumb. Not enough to actually break the skin, but he's digging it in a circle around his middle finger, as if there's supposed to be something there.
I'm supposed to be giving someone the finger.
So Nim will lean down into Samson, because I assume you're still sitting.
Yeah.
And she's like, what's going on with him?
I don't know. It's weird seeing him vulnerable.
What do you do when someone's vulnerable?
I mean, normally you comfort them, but
Give him a kiss.
you first.
Nim doesn't say that. Nim also can't reach him. She's short.
Give him a kiss.
Give him a kiss, Samson.
Now kiss.
You're the only one among us.
What does that mean?
The only one among us who can give us food.
I mean, he's huddled down close to the ground.
Samson's
so
the
that
only
means
one
even
among
a
us that
2-foot
can give
creature
us
could
food.
get to it.
Even a 2-foot creature can lock them lit.
Yeah, but it has to be Samson.
No, it doesn't.
Samson's
You
gotta
are so-
strip his shirt off. Samson's
You're
gotta
soliciting
kiss.
Samson for too
You
much.
are really just trying. You are just trying to solicit that Samson etchy. It's not even funny.
No, it's just really funny if it's Samson.
That's Samson fan fiction going on.
Anyway, Nim's like, why don't you give him a hug?
You
I
first.
want to get blown up.
You know what? Actually, he's going to pocket his mirror and just sort of give him like one of those like there pats on like the shoulder.
It'll be okay.
And your hand touches his shoulder, and it is as if the world has dropped away, and all you feel is an unending wave of malicious intent, hatred, pain, sadness, and your ears are filled with 1,000 screams.
What's Samson's face look like?
Louder than you could ever think possible to hear, as if it is a never-ending void of pain and hardship.
What's Samson's face look
Roll me perception.
like? Me?
Yes.
Heather.
No, I
Nice.
meant Nim.
Oh,
What does he perceive there?
You roll well.
Chicago apparently.
Hold on a second. But it's, what's the thing?
Perception.
Use the
No,
sorcery
no.
point to steal Samson's roll and give it to yourself.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I give myself it.
There should be like a spell thief sorcerer.
Oh, yeah, no, so...
They
I'll
should
just-
also definitely get
with-
counterspell.
You can get counter spells as sorcerer, I believe. But,
No, but like a spell thief sorcerer, their whole thing should be negating spells and stealing spells.
yeah, so I can spend 2 sorcery points and give myself advantage on a check, so...
The problem is both of those things are like in other like subclasses, but I feel like with sorcerer they'd fit.
They would fit, but you know, just off the bat, like something I would think is like they have counterspell as a cantrip instead of a spell, which would be completely insane. But there'd have to be some kind of recharge limit to it, or they
I
have
mean,
to
like,
use points or
They
something.
could just They could just use it with like sorcery points instead of like having to do it with like spell slots.
Yeah, that's true. That is true because they're sorcerer. Good thought. But anyway, you look at Samson, and as soon as his hand touched Zanzibar's shoulder, his eyes started rolling into the back of his head, and the color just drained from his body. Like, he looks pale, his mouth is starting to slack open, he's starting to shiver.
So what Nim will do is Nim will pull out...
I want
Fireball!
Nim to touch Samson's shoulder, and then it just passes on.
Yeah,
Charlie
no,
walks out and is like, what is taking you people so... What the hell?
So Nim pulls out the spear, gets the blunt in, and like gently flicks Samson's hand off his shoulder.
And when you do that, Samson, you just hear like a rushing, like you're rapidly being pulled out of somewhere, all within what you perceive to be like a half second. So a massive just as you're
Are you
there's
back
a few
with us?
frames. That's reactable.
yeah.
Are you back with us, Samson?
What the hell just happened?
And as they separate, Zanzibar falls backwards onto his back. And he's awake, but as he's turning over, he's like shaking and coughing.
Nim will, pour the homie a glass of water. And, while doing so, she'd be like, well, I don't actually know what happened to you, but if I had to take a guess, you felt Zanzibar's energy, and it overwhelmed your senses. Because Nim's experienced that on multiple occasions, why she can make this guess.
Nim's experienced that, but she's never experienced what Samson's got.
Oh, yeah, no, similar. That's why she said I've had to take a guess.
Yeah, she take
Oh
it
my
again.
god.
Yeah.
Felt like I died.
Oh, really?
I think I've never died before.
You haven't?
Yeah, get on our level, Samson. God. Anyway.
Well, of course Nim's died before. She has like all the health of a paper plate.
Actually, anyway. So, Nim will go, well, it's never been that bad for me, so I assume yours might have been worse. Are you okay? As Nim's, like, trying to offer Zanzibar water.
Zanzibar looks in your... It looks at Nim, but also looks through Nim.
I feel like everyone does.
And
Anyway.
he's got his entire hand wrapped around his ring finger, like he's trying to clutch the ring as much as he possibly can. And he's just
Nim.
panting, just sitting there going...
Drink some water. Maybe you'll feel better.
Wait,
And then whispers to Samson, did I break him?
wait,
I think I might have actually.
wait,
Is he talking about Granny Zan?
No, I don't think so.
And as he looks around really confused, you start to see his eyes start to water up a little bit.
You made him cry. How could you?
And he takes one final look at both of you. He's like, you're Samson, right? Ah, my head.
He was still holding out the water.
Yeah,
Thank you. And he just starts like downing it. Ah. And he passes the cup back to you, or whatever vessel it was in.
It was a cup.
oh my, I've
Never felt that way with someone before.
The Samson fanfiction! Why are you writing it?
I didn't even hear what the hell she said.
She said I've never felt that way
For the
before.
best.
Or no
No,
one's
I-
ever
oh
my
made me
God.
feel that way before.
No, I said I've never felt that way with someone before.
There you go.
You're welcome.
And then some smooth jazz
I'm not
plays in the
thanking you.
background.
I'm not thanking you. You don't deserve a thank you.
Samson was about to say words.
Holy hell. Is that what it's like being you a lot? Or is that like a once in a while occurrence?
I don't know. What did it look like?
It didn't look like anything. It just felt like a never-ending maelstrom of pain and torment.
Oh, yeah, that's what sleep's like.
It's fucked up.
Oh. Oh.
Welcome to having a broken mind and being older than reality itself.
Welcome to my twisted mind.
Did someone say welcome? Pulls out a confetti cannon.
Nim, I've never been welcome anywhere before in my life.
I've been waiting to use this.
Yeah,
My
no.
brother gave it to me for my 7th birthday.
For my first birthday.
As from what you describe, you know, that's basically the emotional content of my existence, and I get to live that every day, and every night I close my eyes, so... Yeah, typically I don't sleep.
I can see why. Holy hell. That explains a few things. That explains a lot, actually.
Well, like I've either said or alluded to, I'm sure once, give me a second, brains on reboot. When you're me, when you live like me, there's always someone trying to either hurt you, kill you, or get rid of you, so... I don't know how to fight. And
One
he
of them
just,
is named Yala.
He just, like, starts getting up. But he really just looks like he's been thrown for a loop.
Samson is going to put an arm out, hesitate for a second, and then pat him on the back again.
Congratulations, you're an enemy of the world. You just showed the most terrible nightmare anyone could imagine some common courtesy. Be prepared for armies to be waged against you and people to vilify you as an Ars Goetia.
I'm sorry, what now?
Hey, he said the thing that was said that time.
Mm-hmm.
You never heard of the Ars Goetia?
Oh, no. Is that a book? I'm not the book type.
No, it's the highest It's the hierarchy of all things infernal and demons that come from the infernal realm. It's the polar opposite to most powerful gods. You know, those things you're going to be hunting down.
Well, I do hate them, so I guess that's not a bad thing.
It works out for your favor. That wasn't fun, nor was it enjoyable.
I agree.
What were we doing?
I was
Samson was
shaving.
shaving?
Oh yeah, that thing. I've never had to shave before.
Oh God, it's happening again.
It just starts
It just
rubbing his
happens
throat.
again. We literally just go in a circle
No,
for the
so
rest of the
what
night.
Nim does instead, it's like, well, that doesn't matter. Samson's shaved now. Why don't we go inside?
I'm actually not done.
Where else do you have to shave?
The rest of my face?
Samson's just standing there with like the most patchiest, poorly cut 5 o'clock shadow you could imagine. It just looks like somebody slapped him with a weed whacker and said be gone. Let the boy remove his face lawn. Words. Wow. God, I need a drink. And he just snaps his fingers and he just lets a bottle of wine drop into his hand. A big one, too, you know, like a magnum.
Samson eyes it like it's like a priceless gem.
You're not supposed to drink.
And it
Nim
just,
says to
he
Samson.
grabs the big cork and just goes...
Samson looks like his face is currently just being soured by like the most sour food you can imagine.
And he opens up the door and he opens up the door into the cabin and just closes it behind him, and you just hear through the wall, "Ren, want some wine?" And now Yella's trapped alone with Granny Zan and Zanzibar.
Drunk Zanzibar.
No one ever said drunk. Maybe. Not yet, though.
Oh man. Ugh. This is gonna be tough. Well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna get back to shaving. You better go save Yala from being stuck with those two.
That's a good idea. And then we'll go inside.
We revisit Yala, surrounded by Zanzibar and Zan. Both partaking in wine. Does Yala want any wine by chance?
I mean, if she's directly offered it, she'll take some. But she's not gonna ask.
Yeah, at some point Zanzibar will like hold the bottle towards you, like, as offering it.
Yeah. She'll take it, pour some in her mouth, and then hand it back.
It just pours
And
a
then
giant
Nim comes-
magnum.
Pretty much.
Well, I guess there's at least one thing we can agree on. Better from the bottle to the mouth. And then the Nim comes in. What the Nim doing?
Wondering why you people are drinking at this hour.
It's like,
It's late afternoon.
yeah.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and somewhere is here.
Yeah, Nim doesn't know that saying.
Actually,
Nim's-
speaking
Nim's
of
such a
drinking, I kinda
prude.
want- I'll be right back.
Nim's a prude.
Okay, see you.
You know what? To
Oh
be
no,
fair,
you're coming with me.
What? No! No!
You know what? I'm also gonna get something to drink because we have wine.
I just finished my coffee. Oh wait, no, I still have some left.
Do I want one of my frozen things, or should I have a cider?
Maybe you should de-cider.
What did I eat for dinner?
Food?
Oh yeah, food.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Food that should go back into the fridge now.
Who puts food in the fridge? Savage.
People who don't want their food to be rotten food?
Yeah.
That's where all the flavor comes from.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Snip, snip,
What are you snipping?
blue.
Huh?
Having one of the frozen things, and it's blue flavored.
Oh. Thought you said glue.
No, you
was
sniff
so-
glue. You don't eat glue.
Uh-huh. Oh, right. You sniff glue, not snip glue.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not one for these strange partakings.
Get it together, man.
Yeah.
No, I
Okay.
will keep it separated.
Alright. Well,
Also,
we'll get sadder and sadder.
My notes say Nim and Samson
I'm not sad.
cause Zanzibar to have a panic attack or something.
Woo.
I imagine Samson's whole thing was just like that one scene from Doctor Strange, except it was terrible.
I haven't watched Doctor Strange. I don't know what happened.
That's a good movie.
I heard. I just don't watch movies.
Oh, I forgot. Cultured as fresh milk.
Yeah.
No.
To be fair, cultured milk would already have bacterial cultures in it, so she's ultra pasteurized. Where'd the jade go?
Jade here.
Oh,
I'm just eating one of the frozen things, so it go crunch crunch if I don't mute.
crunch, crunch, yum, yum. Anyway, where were we? The Nim arrives to the drink party.
The live track plays.
Nim doesn't know what to do, so Nim just sits down. I yell.
Just drink. It went so well last time.
There's a giant magnum on the table. Ah, yes. Nim sits in isolation.
So two things. One, I don't know what a magnum is. And, two, Nim is deciding whether or not to drink.
A magnum is basically like a 1.5 liter bottle.
How much is left?
Enough. God,
Nim looks at... Huh?
the names of these things get funnier and funnier. A magnum is a 1.5 liter bottle, and it's, you know, this basically the size of two standard 750 milliliter bottles. A double magnum is 3 liters. And if it's a 4.5 liter bottle, it's called a Jeroboam.
That's a lot.
Nim will go, so how is everyone feeling?
Also, there's a sparkling wine variant of a Jeroboam that's a Rehoboam. These names get funnier.
Nim
Things
asked out.
are named stupidly.
Yeah,
It's
they really
great.
are.
Oh, and an Imperial is a 6 liter bottle of wine. God, you could wield that thing like a club. Oh my god, there's a 9 liter bottle called a Salamander.
Wow.
It gets bigger!
Whoa.
12 liters!
Whoa.
Balthazar! A Balthazar is a 12 liter bottle of
So-
wine!
How much is Zanzibar?
Wait, it gets bigger still. 15 liters is a Nebuchadnezzar. And then a Solomon is an 18 liter bottle of wine. AKA a Meliquar. God damn! The largest size is equivalent to 20 bottles of wine. Or, no, the second largest size is equivalent to 20 bottles. Wow! Can I get one of those?
No, not today.
But I'm thirsty.
That'll last you for like every D&D game you have for the rest of your life. I hope.
Don't tempt me more.
We're not tempting you, we're worried about your health.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am.
Well, congratulations. You joined the club of very few.
Woo! Gold team rules!
But yeah, Nim's gonna look at the drinking party and go, you guys, okay? Everyone good?
Yeah? Why wouldn't we be? There's wine.
Are things good when you pull out wine?
Generally.
Nim looks to Yala. Oh, I forgot. Nim looks to Granny Zan, unless Jade can answer.
Jade can answer.
Okay, Nim looks to Yala for confirmation or denial.
Yala just kind of shrugs and is like, it's a drink.
Nim only knows that Samson drinks when he's going through it emotionally, so...
Oh, Simpson drinks so he doesn't have to go through it emotionally.
Samson only drinks when he's trying to avoid intense emotion, so are you drinking to avoid intense emotion?
Nim actually says that, I assume?
Yes. Yes, she does.
I don't know about these two. I'm drinking because I like the taste of wine.
Alright, so we're ignoring that freak out. Nim doesn't say that. She thinks that.
That'd be awesome if you did.
She does think it, though.
Wine good, tasty, good for drink. And he goes to tip the bottle back and like a drop hits his tongue. It's too early to be out of wine. And he just snaps his fingers and another one drops on the table. Boom. There we go. That's the good stuff.
Can you get drunk? Intoxicated? Inebriated?
I mean, yeah, but I can also get rid of it just as easily.
Interesting. Interesting.
Speaking of, where's our little alcoholic?
He's still shaving.
He's still, oh yeah. Yeah, that thing he was doing. I love the water sounds in the background. It just sounds like it would be Samson on the other side of the door. Just dip, dip, dip.
I was getting blackberries.
Why it gotta be me?
Because you're shaving.